And just a couple games on the card. That's it. We're going to look at yesterday, another down day for us, just going 1-2. But, we're still doing okay for the season, so we're just going to continue to grind out. And this is going to be a pretty quick segment today, so just because there's only 2 games left. But we're going to go ahead and take a good look at those. Thanks for tuning in. If you are tuning in, if not, you can catch this as we put it up on Facebook, YouTube channel, sprpicks.com, sportsbook review. Don't forget to check out all the free picks, Sportsbook Review. We got all the sign up bonuses, everything like that. So be sure to check that out. And let's go ahead. Let's get into some picks here. We just got 2 on today. And the first one is Phoenix at Toronto. And we're going over the 220.5. Now, they met up just a little while back in December. Phoenix won in Phoenix 99-91. Toronto couldn't make a bucket, and they went really slow that game. They only got up 75 attempts. That's not going to happen tonight. There's a reason why this line's so high. The one they had in this game was 223. So odds makers didn't get crazy and say, well, this game was only 200. We're going to go down to 210. Now, they still set it really high, and there's a good reason. Phoenix, winning yesterday, coming off they're on the second leg of a back-to-back. They shot 44.6% in that game, 42.9% from distance, but Toronto, 40% overall and 25% from distance. That's not them. They're going to get a lot more attempts tonight. I think this gets up and down. Phoenix only got up 83 attempts. And I think this is going to be a lot faster tonight. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to back over that 220.5 with Phoenix. All right. Quick recap again of yesterday while we're going ahead. It's a quick segment because I only got one more play. We did hit our spread pick, so I was pretty happy about that. We had our 2 money line plays. One of them was the Spurs, so we did hit on that. So that was good. So the spread picks have actually been pretty decent. Now we're going to talk about that Minnesota game right now. So the Minnesota game is at 221. And they're playing Denver, who's been a ridiculous over team. And I had them on the under. That was my only winner yesterday. And it almost went over. We won by like a point. It was ridiculous. The game was slow the whole way. Then all of a sudden at the end, they scored like 30 points in the final 3 minutes. It was crazy. Now, when Denver travels to Minnesota, I'm going under the 221. And the reason why is because it looks like Gallinari is questionable. They're on the second leg of a back-to-back. Minnesota actually goes at a pretty slow tempo. And it looks like Moutier is out. So that's why. If that's the case, then I'm going under. Now, things might change before tip-off, and you might want to change your assessment. But for me, I'm going to go under this big 221. So last time they matched up, that was on the 28th of December, and that line was 217. So this is the biggest line we've ever seen between Minnesota and Denver in recent memory. I'll just say that instead of going way back on the stats. But, in that matchup, Denver won 105-103. So that was, we're at 208 there. But yet, oddsmakers are coming out with the big 221. Makes completely perfect sense with Denver's in the equation because they've been absolutely ridiculous as far as getting up and down the floor. However, that being said, I think this gets under because of the injuries. If things change and everybody's healthy to go, I'd probably either stay off of it or I'd take the over, but I like the under in this one. Now, in that matchup, Minnesota got up 94 attempts, the one in December. Denver just got up 81. They both shot decently well. Minnesota 30% from distance, Denver 35%. I mean, not particularly good. They didn't get to the line that much. This is just too many points. I know Denver's in the equation. It's just too many points because you're talking about a Minnesota team statistically right now is one of the slower tempo teams in the NBA, and they're at home, and they're catching Denver on the second leg of a back-to-back. So you got Minnesota right now. They're allowing just 82 field goal attempts per game. They're ranked 4th in the NBA. Denver's 2nd in attempts per game. They go really fast. And Minnesota ranks 25th in their own attempts per game. So if the pace stays kind of normal, Minnesota plays subpar defense, and so does Denver. But neither team shoots particularly well percentage-wise. Denver's still just outside the top 10 in most categories, and Minnesota ranks in the middle of the league. So that 221, I think we need more efficient scoring for them to get there. I don't think they do. I think it stays under that total, although the total makes sense because Denver's crazy. And that's it. So real quick, just a couple games. On the spreads today, I had Orlando earlier, and they looked great coming out of the gates, and then Golden State made that tremendous run. So that was an unfortunate loss. I had Orlando plus the points. So we got right now the Lakers are playing, so we can't really talk about that. We got Denver at Minnesota. Well, Phoenix and Toronto. Phoenix is getting 12. Toronto's really due for a bounce back game, and Phoenix is on the second leg of of back to back. I'll answer that personal question in just 1 second. Let me finish this up. And Denver, I kind of like Denver getting the points, even when they're thin, because Gallinari is expected to play, but Moutier might be out. That's why I kind of like the under. But in this one, I kind of like Denver to go in there and win. Denver's been playing some pretty decent basketball, and Minnesota is still young. They might be more focused on the football games today. Honestly, that could be a factor. So I might, because they're young and they like to play video games and watch football. That's my assessment. I would take the points with Denver. No official play, but that's what I would do. Nothing super interesting today. Okay. Let's see. I'm from California. Yeah, I played basketball. Baseball was my primary. I went to college on a baseball scholarship. But yeah, I played hoops. I played basketball. I handicap basketball and baseball. College football too, but not as much, not as in depth. And that is it. Okay, so once again, quick recap. Thanks for the questions. I know a real thin segment today because just not a lot going on, but we'll be back at it tomorrow, I believe. We got Phoenix over the 220.5, Minnesota under the 221. I wish you guys the best luck. Also, quick mention. The times are going to change on this. I'm not going to be doing. I don't believe I'll be doing this Sunday segment like this. I think we're going to be going like Monday through Saturday. So if you tune in and we're not going live, we'll try to get a schedule up for you. But it's going to be mostly every day, so you can kind of tune in and check it out. All right. So also sorry. And then at the end of this week, I'm going to have to be taking a few personal days off. I got some things going on at home, and so I'm not going to be able to work. But that just happens sometimes. So hey, best of luck to you guys today, and just have a great day. Have a nice Sunday. Enjoy the football.